Hello, I'm Alex.
And I'm George.
And we are back. And this time we are bringing you the latest in our Getting Started in Adeptus Titanicus series of videos. So what we've decided to do for you today is a slightly different bat rap than what we've done in the last two videos. And we've taken two starter sets and essentially thrown them down onto a table. So this should give you a good understanding about how and what you can field with nothing more than the contents of the AT starter set, albeit two of them. We've taken two Legios, Legio Gryphonicus, the Loyalists, also one of my favourite Legios, against the might of the Legio Fureans, the dirty traitors, of which George has all the Titans. And essentially we've got exactly the same Titans on both sides, with two Reavers, two Warhounds, and two Cerastus Knights. This is everything that you get in the box set if you were to pick it up today. So, keeping things simple as well, we've taken a little bit of our own advice which was on the podcast, and we have both brought with us a copy of the Loyalist Legio's book and the Traitor Legio's book. And this has allowed us to basically use the mana pool rules and use the Legio rules to augment what would be in that starter set. We'll also be using stratagems from that, but we decided in a bit of a change from normal, we will be taking the missions from the rulebook. Mm-hmm. So George, why don't you tell us what we're going to be actually playing today?
Yeah, so when you get the missions in the rulebook, it's a bit different to how you would do with the open war cards, which aren't even on sale anymore.
No, unfortunately not, no. Tragedy.
It's fine though, because there are 6 different missions, or 5 different missions, plus secondaries in the rulebook. And you roll through it separately, so we can end up with different missions, and that's what we've gone for today. So I have the mission Vital Cargo, which means one of my Titans, chosen in secret, is carrying an objective, which I need to get off Alex's board edge. And if I can do that by the end of the game, I get a good size of victory points, 15 victory points. If the Titan's destroyed before it gets off, I need to defend where the objective has fallen. I also get victory points for every Titan in Alex's deployment zone. So that can rack up quite nicely at the end of the game. By contrast, Alex has got Hold the Line. So he gets points for every Titan, for the distance, maintaining a distance in his deployment zone that my Titans are not in. So if I have Titans in his deployment zone, he won't get any points. If I'm at least 12 inches away from the board edge, he'll get a certain bonus, and so forth.
Yeah, so you're very much going to be pushing up. I'm going to be trying to basically beat the Legio Fureans back. Saying that though, the deployment in this obviously is a little bit more restricted as well. So you're saying within the deployment zone, it sounds quite scary, but contrary again to the open war cards, the deployment here is 6 inches on. This is a line of battle? Yes,
so in a line of battle in the open war cards, I think, is 8 inches. This is only 6. It might make a difference.
It's an extra 2 inches you've got to get into my deployment area. So we'll see how it goes. Why don't you take us through the mana pools and the mana pool and the Titans that you've taken?
Yeah, so with 2 Reavers and 2 Warhounds, the one that immediately comes to mind is Ferox. And this is the close action mana pool. I get bonuses if I'm within a certain range of Alex's Titans, bonuses to damage. So I want to get within 8 inches of the Reavers and 6 inches of the Warhounds. I've gone for 2 Reavers, obviously. Using weapons from the starter set, I've got one here. This is Rana, and it has a melter cannon, a Gatling blaster, and on the carapace is the turbo laser destructor. So Gatling's good for shields.
Yeah.
The laser can be good for anything with shield bane, and the melter's a solid choice once the shields are down. The other one here is Kamorta. This one's all combat. So from the sprues, I've taken the Power Fist and the Chain Fist. And he's got all combat on the arms, and then a missile launcher on top. Just those multiple shots, take some shields down on the way in.
Obviously looking a little bit different from what you would get if you were buying the starter set, because George has chosen to augment his Titans with some of the range of weapons that you can get from from both Battle Bling and also there's one from Forge World in there as well.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so it's still using the weapons you would get in the starter set, the cards for them, but just make it a little bit more unique.
An aesthetic
with my own twist.
change.
Yeah, exactly. Not using any homebrew rules or anything like that. I've then got 2 Warhounds, and these are running Plasma Gun and Vulcan Megabolter. Nice and simple. They know what they're doing. Running around the flanks.
Yeah.
And if they get close enough, they'll get the Ferox bonus, so that's a nice extra there. Those particular Warhounds I've upgraded with the Battle Bling Oldius pattern carapace.
Yeah.
So they look a little bit more like the old Warhounds from back in the day. Lastly is 2 Cerastus Knights. No Battle Bling on there, but they are using Beastmen of Slaanesh from the Age of Sigmar range. I use them like they would be Greater Demons of Slaanesh. Yeah. They're about the same size as Cerastus, they're on the same size bases, and for me it's because Fureans are slightly Slaaneshian theme, so I've gone for a bit of a twist there.
Very nice. Have you taken any war gear options?
I've not.
You've not?
No.
Legio Fureans players have not taken any hunting horseback?
No, because of points, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're playing 1250 today, which is obviously a little bit smaller than the games that we would normally play. However, it's still a solid points for people to play, and as you can see, you can get 1250 straight out of the box. Right, okay, and the composition of this obviously is the Ferox. You would have 1 Reaver normally, and then 2 Warhounds, and from the optional components, you've taken the extra Reaver to make up the 4 times that you've got.
Mine's straight out the book, Ferox.
Great. Okay, and then over to the Legio Gryphonicus. So again, we've got the same Titans, 2 Reavers, 2 Warhounds, 2 Cerastus. So start with the Cerastus. These are exactly as they come out of the box, painted up as House Vironi. And then moving on to my Princeps Senioris here, he's got Bastion Shielding as a war gear option, and then he's got a Melter Cannon, a Chain Fist, and an Apocalypse Missile Launcher up top. I've also then got a second Reaver, which has got the Turbo Laser Destructor on top, Laser Blasters on his arm, and the Gatling Cannon. And then finally, similar to George, in fact is an exact mirror of George's, I've got 2 tournament, quotes unquote, pattern Warhounds. One is lurking behind this big building here, and that they are with the Plasma Gun and the Vulcan Megabolter. Now the maniple that I've chosen to take is actually one which on paper I probably look like I've taken an illegal choice. I've taken a Venator maniple, and a Venator maniple normally is 1 Reaver and 4 Warhounds, but with the ability that Legio Gryphonicus have, which is the mainstay of the Titan Legio, I can swap out one of those Warhounds for an additional Reaver. So that is how I've got my second Reaver in here. And what the Venator maniple allows me to do is that when one of the Warhounds brings down the shield of an enemy Titan, one of the Reavers, or normally it's the Reaver, but in my case it'd be one of the Reavers, gets to make a free out of sequence attack on the target that's just lost its shields, if it can draw a line of sight. So a little bit different, being able to sort of play around with the rules using the Legio rules, which you can find within the books, the Loyalist and the Traitor books. One thing to mention is that Gryphonicus is, I believe, in the rule books, but has undergone a few changes since that book was released, which is why we recommend picking up a copy of the Loyalist and or the Traitor rulebook. Right, I think the last thing I want to say is that we were kind of looking to sort of offer this battle report as a way that you can easily and quickly and cheaply get into Titanicus. So if you've listened to the podcast, we've done a bit of a breakdown as to how much all of a force would cost. But to give you a sense again, each of these sides is a starter set. That would be £100 without discount from a local friendly gaming store each on each side. And then we've taken the buildings from the
drop zone commander
Ruinscape terrain set. Now this is a fantastic terrain set. Unfortunately we weren't able to show it in all of its glory because it actually comes as well with not only all of these buildings. In fact, I've still got a box off to one side with probably half as many buildings, maybe a little bit more. Again, it makes a full 6x4 board. but it also comes with 1 foot by 1 foot square tiles, which you can then use as a battle map. Unfortunately, when I was prepping for the battle report, I thought I'll do something sensible. I will glue these down so they don't move onto a piece of MDF, and I made a few mistakes, and it all didn't work. So we've replaced it with one of our own mouse mat style boards for today. But essentially, all of these buildings, plus what would be normally the background, it cost me £16, 16, which is incredible value. And as you can see, they look great. They are only cardboard, so you do need to make sure that you're not using and abusing them. And they're also, if you stick a few staples in them as well, they can come together and hold together really, really quickly, as well as just using the glue which they provide. So that's what we've done today. So all in all, including the books, both sides. What's that, like 280 quid for both sides, there or thereabouts?
If that, yeah.
Before any discount that you might be getting from a non-GW store, of course. So, I think, let's go. Let's go. We've already done deployments, as you can see. I've got a few counters on the board. So Legio Gryphonicus has an ability called Lust for Glory, where I choose an opponent's Titan and essentially pair them up. So for instance, my Reaver here, my Seniorus, he's got the red token. I don't know if you can see that from above or from the front, but trust me, he's got a red token. And he's assigned his red token to the Warhound over in the top corner there. And what that means is that when he's shooting his favoured target, he gets to re-roll any ones that he would roll to hit. If another Titan shoots his target, he loses it, which can mean that there is a bit of a trap that you want to kind of focus single fire on one Titan on one Titan. It's a nice bonus while you have it, but not something that you want to just rely on keeping for the whole game.
Yeah.
Any last words, George? Any last words before I take you out?
Spoilers. No, I think I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, in which case then, let's go. Turn 1, strategy phase.
Yep. It's a 3.
And I've got a 5. Was I supposed to roll a d10?
You finish deployment first.
Right, okay. So, I am going to take second turn,
Okay.
I think, here. So, do you have any first turn stratagems that you want to play?
No stratagems to play on turn 1.
So, because this is a 1250 point game, we are getting 2 stratagem points plus 2 if your opponent has is using Legio rules. So George is using Fureans, so I get 4. I'm using Gryphonicus rules, so George also gets 4. I am going to, first of all, I'm going to play Experimental Locomotors, and I'm going to play this on my Warhound, which is here, if you can see from above. And he is, that effectively means that he can push his reactor for free for power to locomotors. However, at the end of every strategy phase, we need to roll a dice, and on a 1 he takes a devastating hit to the legs. Hopefully we'll remember to do that every round.
Is that in the end phase? Or
in the end phase, yeah, in the end phase. And, you know, I caveat that, remember to do it. Obviously, something that I've been talking about a few times in the last bat rep is we are probably going to make the odd mistake here and there. We obviously try not to. We don't go out of our way to make mistakes, or we don't go out of our way to cheat,
Easter eggs,
or forget things. But because of the nature of how we film this, with it literally being a end-to-end recording of the game, there is kind of a requirement for us to keep the pace going. So maybe we might not be thinking as slowly and taking our time and being as considerate as we would be if we were playing a normal game, which means sometimes we might rush the odd thing. So we try and if you do ever notice anything that we do wrong, please point it out. Let us know. We like to get constructive criticism. We are aiming to make sure that we learn from our mistakes and make sure that doesn't happen in the future. But yeah, quick caveat. So experimental locomotives on him. You've got no
first turn.
So I'm going to have to play artillery bombardment. So I'm basically spaffing half of my over half of my stratagems in the first round.
Sure.
But what artillery bombardment allows me to do is that this is played during each strategy phase. I bring down a bombardment from the solar auxilia who are in my back lines, and then I scatter it, and it's a strength 8 hit to a unit covered by the 5-inch blast marker. So I'm going to keep that one on the side, and I don't think it's the one thing that I forgot to get out today was a 5-inch blast marker.
Not mine.
Here we go. Just do a little dance or something while we're waiting. Keep the interest on the screen.
Yeah.
And I think there's no question as to where I'm going to stick it. I'm going to stick it over the head of your knight over there, and if I can clip your warhound, I'm going to do that as well. So if you can just do the honours for me. And then we roll a scatter dice. So let's see how we're going to do there. So it's going to go forwards 4 inches. It's probably going to take it out of range.
No, being a 2.5 inches wide, it's just out.
Yeah. Okay, so nothing this turn, but because it is I use every turn, I can get some repeat use out of that. So see how that works for me. Okay.
Should we say that in the starter set, you do get stratagem cards, but not for every stratagem available in the traitor and loyalist books?
No, and they are also out of date.
Yes.
So the I've seen a few people at tournaments who have produced these cards and played them, and it's been like, actually, sorry mate, that costs twice as much as you think it does, or that is actually 2 points strength less than what you think it is. Which is one of the reasons why it's really good to pick your side, your faction, and then grab one of the loyalist or traitor books, because all of the updated rules are in those books. So these ones here aren't the ones that you get in the books. We had these kind of made up specially, just to give us something to fling around the place. But yes, you do get them, but do...
A little out of date.
Yeah, a little out of date. Just be careful if you do choose to use them. Just check them back to the book. Okay, so orders then. So any orders for you?
Yes, so I'm going to start with the Warhound on the far edge.
Yeah.
Shirada. He's going to go for full stride.
Full stride.
That's a fail.
That is a fail.
No more orders for me.
No, this is how it goes with the game. When I played against Oliver in a kind of mirror game of what we did on the last podcast the other day, and this is how his game started.
Great.
And it didn't get any better from there.
No.
But let's see how it goes for me. So, right. What do I want to do? So, I think I'm going to go first with the knights, conversely, because I've got the high scion in there, or whatever he's called, which means that he's on a 3+ to pass, I believe. So I'm going to put him on full strides. 7. She gets. And now, because you failed, unfortunately George doesn't get to do any more, so I can choose whether or not I want to do any more myself. So I'm going to go with a... I'm going to go with a full stride on the guy with the experimental locomotors, which is a 4, and that fails, because he's not my Princeps Senior. So not many orders going off.
No.
Okay. So movement. Over to you first.
Sweet.
Yeah. What's happening first?
Well, I've got to get into your deployment zone.
Yeah.
Or off your deployment zone with my special objective.
Yeah. So a few more failed full strides would be great.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
have you chosen as well who's carrying?
I have.
You have?
Yes.
Cool.
I'll
declare
reveal that later
yeah.
at the end of the game, in fact. Unless he dies first.
Whoever is coming as fast as possible over to my lines, probably.
Right. So you've gone quite heavy with the warhounds on one flank, and then the knights on the other.
Yeah.
So,
you've gone for a more balanced approach, but with a little bit of heavy punch with the knights on the one side as well.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if I went down this flank, the warhounds would just outflank me. Whereas if I go down there, the knights will come in. So it's a tough choice.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with this guy then. He's not going to push it. He's just going to move forward and turn and use this building to cover.
Yeah, sure. Right. So what have we got? like you say, it's always a bit cagey in the first couple of turns. Like a game of chess, those opening movements can be quite key. But let's go. Let's stop thinking and let's start doing. And I'm going to go with this Reaver here. He's going to push his locomotion. Push his.
Do the locomotion.
Power. Yeah. Yeah. Do the locomotion. Power to locomotors for 1. Wow, where is he at? Yeah. So puts his thing down by 1. So movement of 9. And I'm just going to run him up to there.
Right, coming straight for me.
Okay. Well, I've also got to think about my firing lines, because to get the most of those Venator abilities off, like, there's quite a lot of buildings on the table, so I need to try and see where I can maximise those shots.
Yeah, I'd say these buildings are fantastic, but compared to a lot of other terrain, GW, Grimdark, they're quite chunky, which is fine with me.
They are slightly different scale, aren't they? So
yeah, drop zone is a 10mm game.
Yeah, so it is slightly out of scale. However, if you choose the smaller buildings, which we've largely done, it is perfectly fine for games of 18. And, you know, we've played quite a few games where there's lots of open terrain, and it's quite nice to play on something which is a bit more...
Definitely.
A bit more claustrophobic, a bit more like it would be if you were fighting amongst...
in a dense city.
Exactly, yeah. So he's coming at me over on the side there.
Other warhand on the other flank. Yeah.
Right, okay. In which case then, I'm going to go with... the fire arcs. There's nothing to be seen down there, really, is there? I'm going to again go with Matey Boy here. My fire support Reaver, I'm going to call him. I should probably Exaro. There we go. I should probably try and remember the names of my Titans. I'm going to push Exaro up for power to locomotives. And the question is where do I want him to ultimately end up? I think for now we will just go. In fact, let's use the old little plastic ruler that you get in the box set. Very useful for this exact purpose. Let's slide it out underneath. And a cheeky turn.
Okay. So I don't want the knights to get shot too quickly, especially not with any high strength melter cannons.
Yeah.
So they're going to come around this side.
And they've already got some artillery bombardments to deal with.
Already been hit once. So they can move up to 12.
Which is a sickening amount, isn't it, for knights, really? Like, they are super speedy.
They are. That'll keep them happy for the moment.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to then activate my Warhound here with the experimental locos.
Yep.
So he's also moving a whopping 12 inches. He's just going to slide down to there. Well, actually, I'm just going to slide him back because oh no, he didn't get his full stride off, did he? Didn't get his full stride off.
No double move for him.
No, so I will hopefully get a little bit of cover, but poke one of those guns around the corner.
Because when you're full stride, you can't turn. You have to keep going.
Yes.
So
well, you can move within your front arc, so you've still got a bit of a thing, but it is very limiting, and you can't turn in the middle of them.
You've got to think about where you're going to end up.
Yes.
Okay. So both Reavers are committed. Your Reavers.
Yeah.
So now I can react to that if I want. But I do not want to get shot by both. No. My combat Reaver will push it for extra movement.
Yep.
That is a blank.
Yeah, nice.
Unfortunately, Fureans do still have to test for the Machine Spirit on the Machine Spirit dice side and on a blank.
Yeah.
But they get bonuses if I fail. That's a 6. So I passed that, so he's okay.
And it's worth mentioning as well that you've not taken any corruptions on these, because again, when you're corrupted, it can also make them a little bit A little bit unreliable, can't it, when they're pushing?
Yeah, this Reaver with the double close combat weapons is usually corrupted if I run it, but not today.
Okay, so here he is, wading down the middle, looking to take my my fire support Reaver, Mr. Exaro, on. Right, I'm going to move with my... well, I should really know what I call my own tyrant. Celeritas Rex, is that right? Celeritas. Yeah, let's go with Celeritas Rex. Yeah, Celery Rex.
Yeah.
He's just going to move his standard 8 inches. And he's going to move 7 inches to there. Get the old turning thing out. 45 degrees. Final 1 inch. And a 45 degrees. Okay, so what have you got left? Just your Reaver at this point?
Yeah, just my Princeps Seniorus. This one will also push it for extra movement.
Yeah.
That's a single pip.
In they come.
Yeah. So again, 6 and 10. He's lining up.
Yeah. Okay, so last but not least, I've got my knights with a quite whopping 12 inches of movement.
And they have full stride as well.
They have full stride as well.
Isn't too pleasant.
And the thing as well about knights is that they have got a 360-degree front arc. So, weirdly enough, they could full stride straight back to where they've just come from. There was a few changes, a few FAQs on this, but essentially the way, I'm pretty sure this is how it's played. If not, we've FAQ'd it this way, one other way. But when they move, they can move within their front arc, but again, single straight line just has to be straightforward in one direction. But it can be any direction, essentially. Okay, so end of movement.
Yep.
Over to damage control phase.
Yes.
I don't think there's a lot. I think there's just a couple of bits of heat on our Reavers, isn't there? So my Princeps doesn't get anything with that. What a roll. So no repairing on my side. I'm going to get all of these bad rolls out of the way to start with.
Mine's fine.
You're okay.
Take my heat back.
All right. Okay.
Combat phase.
Combat straight on.
So I have initiative. We've got some knights that are about to move again.
Did you mention your Princeps Seniorus ability?
Not yet.
No.
I have taken Dominant Strategist.
Yeah.
So at some point during the game I can steal back the initiative. Very useful given that I need to get across the board quick, and I have a heavily combat focused Reaver. Yeah. Also good for knights to get the charge off before they end up getting first fired or something like that. Yeah.
I think I didn't mention mine either, did I? I've taken Master Duelist on this guy, which means that against targets within 8 inches I get to re-roll any failed hits. Any failed hit rolls. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's one of Gryphonicus' better.
Certainly good when with a close combat weapon, for sure. And really maximise those hits.
I take it myself rather than Reckless Maverick, which can be a bit too much heat. Yeah. Okay. So shooting, I can see the knights with my melter cannon.
I forgot about the melter cannon.
So knights are quite survivable with their ion shields and their small size.
Not with a strength 11 hit.
But yeah, once you get to a certain strength, they start melting.
I mean, obviously you have to place this based on where you can see. So can you see it far enough to clip into 2? What can you actually see on the line of sight?
I could definitely see the first one.
Absolutely. How much of the first one you can see?
Okay, I could place it on his red and white shoulder pad.
Yeah, okay, so you would be potentially getting 3 hits there then.
Okay. And I can see the first knight clearly. Yeah. The other knight is completely concealed. Yeah. One shot though.
See if we hit.
It's a 3.
Oh, it's a hit. So it's going to be 3, bypassing my shield straight away. Oh,
just double check I'm not within 12 inches.
No.
The melter cannon, like in 40k, gets bonuses when within half range. I don't have those today though, just yet. Okay, so that's a 17.
So the 17 is going to be 1 dead knight.
Well, let's start with the lowest. There's a 13.
Is it devastating?
A 15.
Is it devastating?
And a 17.
Wow.
That's nice.
That was a serious mistake on my behalf, straight off the bat. First opening salvo of the game, dead knights.
Okay.
Right. Engage smug mode now.
Well,
pretty
now,
happy with yourself.
because I've destroyed the knight straight away, my Reaver has wasted its other guns.
Yes.
That's some small consolation.
Well, oh dear me.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me so many times, it's nice to do that too.
Yeah. Well,
To someone else.
you see, that is quite a blow, because I was hoping to kind of use those guys to full stride into this area here.
Yep, out of
and then
sight.
hopefully get a nice charge off. But the reason that they died is a critical hit does 2 points of damage and removes a Titan, a knight. So with 2 other devastating hits, it means I was taking 6 pips worth of damage and automatically removing a knight. So bang, gone. And this is why knights are generally better at higher model counts. Like we would normally run these in groups of 3, but we wanted to kind of like display what they would look like just from the box. Okay, so immediately 1 activation down. Dear me, what do I do? How do I counter this? So I think what we will do to start with is we'll go with this guy. His plasma blast gun can see you fine. However, let's see what we can see of the jobby. You know what I'm trying to say?
Sure. The laser pointer sadly does not come in the starter set.
No. I think that I can't see enough of him to be able to make a target. So I will just do the laser
Plasma blast gun?
plasma blast guns on his head, needing 4s at long range. Of course, my dice are continuing to fail me, having not yet rolled higher than a 3 on 8 dice now. Okay.
Well, you do get standard GW dice in the starter set. They
Wouldn't
might roll better
I
for you.
wouldn't recommend the maximal fire dice at this particular point in time. So that's going to move 3 inches, which might still be 1.
Yep.
And then the second one is 9, so it's 1 whole shield save.
I'm not going to push my shields, but I still fail.
You still fail.
It's that one there.
Instantly on the back foot. Don't like this. That was a silly mistake.
Knights, as you say, in smaller games, they die so quickly if they're caught out of position or if your opponent rolls a load of 6s. A big volcano cannon will take out a whole unit in 1 shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they can swing a game so quickly like that. But
Yeah.
still early. Where shall I go next? I think I'll shoot you back.
Okay.
Now my bolter can see you, but it will be 50% obscured.
Yep.
So
looking for 5s.
yes, not within close range. So 5s to hit. 1, 2, 3 hits.
Yep.
With the mega bolter.
So I lose 1 shield myself.
Okay.
Oh, that's my reactor track.
And the plasma blast gun will fire not at maximal, just standard 4s because of the range. It's 4 hits.
4 hits, so completely different kettle of fish on the return fire. We see how this game's going already. Let's see. I'm going to push my reactor on this guy. Oh no, that's not what we wanted. So warhounds are not nice. They don't like their reactor. They like to punish their reactor quite a lot. The reason I'm upset, if you haven't played AT and this is the first time you're watching it, 2 sends me straight into the orange, which means my reactor is in danger of overloading.
Next turn you'll have to make a decision.
A decision. It's great opening start for me, but it does mean that I get to re-roll 1s on my shield rolls. So just that one. Not enough, my shields go down. So after all that, I've punished my reactor by 2 points and I've lost my shield star.
Yeah, because if the shields, if the reactor gets hot, the most likely thing to happen is that the shields will end up going down.
Yeah.
But if the shields are already down, then the body of the tank
damage.
will start taking damage.
Yeah. Okay.
The
The other thing as well I need to do is remove that pip there because he shot at his chosen target.
So my Reaver with the combat weapons still has a missile launcher on the carapace, which is quite good for stripping shields.
Yeah.
So that's just going to shoot the Reaver in
Into
front
the
of
Reaver.
him.
Yeah.
5 shots. No bonuses or negatives at this range. And no cover. So that's 3 hits.
3 hits. He's looking all right, I think, on his reactor still. So he will push. Oh my gosh!
Another 2
for another 2. He's all right though. Reavers have got a really good reactor. So at this point in time, however, he's got a lot of shield bane weapons, and I think I wanted to at least have a go and see if I could get some shield bane off next round. But now that's not going to happen, sadly.
Yeah.
So 3 dice, 3s for my voids, re-rolling 1s. Typically, I still lose 2 shields. Wow, I need new dice.
It's going
Definitely
well.
need new dice. So, return fire. If he can see, I'm moving that out of the way temporarily so I can get my head down. It is going to be on a -2 and a... Oh, that's a -1. Whatever's on there. So the plasma's on a -1, so he's going to be hitting on 5s. But if he's in range, he's going to be... Sorry, he's going to be hitting on 5s, and he's going to be hitting on 5s for the -2, because he's already taken a -1 for the long range.
Sure.
See if he's within 20 inches. He is not within 20 inches. So then just 5s to hit with the plasma. Both miss. Slightly better dice than I have had so far, but not good enough. 8 misses. And 4 inches is going to miss, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's a 1.5 inch
yeah.
radius.
Off it goes. No. Deary, deary me. It is looking sad already.
Luckily, though, I don't think I'll be able to shoot with anything else this turn. So my knights and my warhound in this flank are kind of hiding. And there's no full strides.
Okay.
So that's my combat phase done, I think.
I don't think I've got a good shot at him from him, so I'll just trade some fire into him. I'll start with the Apocalypse missile launchers. 5 dice, out in the open, crease.
2 hits. I'm not going to push my reactor. Just going to take the shield saves.
Wow. Both fine.
Pass them both.
And then I will drop the melter on his heads. That hits for 2 whopping shield saves.
Yeah, so with the blast template, as long as the centre hits me, doubles the number of hits. Not pushing it again. Pass both saves.
You are fine. Absolutely fine.
Fantastic. Traitor dice.
Yeah, that should be banned. Right, okay, so you've got nothing else to do, so I'm just going to go straight onto this guy shooting into them. So I'll start with the Gatling. That's out in the open. I'll just get 6 dice. I'm going to shoot you up. I need 3s to hit, so I'm going to roll a handful of 2s.
Sure.
Okay. A little bit better. He's not my favourite target, but because I'm shooting at him, in fact, both of these have immediately been lost because other Titans have shot at them. So good use of that. But 5. 4 hits. 4 hits against your shields.
I will push my shields at this point. That's 1 pip. It's 3s re-rolling.
Yeah, you kind of want to fail here at this point, don't you? Because if you do fail, ooh,
that's not great. 3 2s.
That'll do.
Can't re-roll 2s.
So just the solitary shield left.
Down to 1 shield. So
I will go with my normal laser disruptor. I'm not going to push it for shield bane for the reasons that I've already stated. My reactor is not looking very good. So into him for 3s, 2 more hits. This time you need 4s.
Fair one.
Down
Shields
go the
are
shields. Now with my final laser blaster, am I within 16 inches? No, I'm just out, so I'm still at long range. So I'll shoot the laser blaster needing 4s to hit you. I'm not going to call the target because there's nowhere to shoot. And 2 hits.
Okay.
And that's going to hit the... Thank you. into the body. Strength 8 with a laser blaster. Oh, it's going to be a 14 and a 13.
So that's 2 devastating hits.
That'll do.
It's quite nasty.
Right. I'm feeling a little bit better about myself after that.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, that'll do. Right, and that is the end of
combat.
End of combat.
So end phase.
I need to roll for my legs.
Yep.
2.
Right.
I mean, that would really just round up that round nicely, wouldn't it?
That'd be great.
Okay, so he's all right. His legs aren't blowing up just yet. So, roll for the first turn. 6. 2.
2.
I will take the initiative this round. So, starting off with the strategy phase, my artillery bombardment is going to come in again. So I'm going to basically put this. I don't believe I need to target a unit. I think I'll just place this down.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I place it down anywhere on the battlefield. So basically, I'll place it in the middle between the two of them.
Sure.
And see if that gets me anything. A hit. So, that's dumb. Because it does strength 8 hits to a unit hit by it. If I put the hole over one of them, I would have done 2 hits to you.
If you want to redo it, it's fine.
No, I've called it now. Okay. So 1 strength 8 hit.
I do get shields against this, I assume.
Yeah, I would assume so.
So a strength 8 hit on 2 knights. Normally only be a 6+, but they do have their shields, so it's 5+.
No. So strength 8 hit means it's an 11 to your knight.
That's a direct hit.
So 1 whole solitary point of damage.
1 point of damage.
Let's see what I would have done if I'd have put a hole over it. Oh, look at that! I would have rolled a 14 as well.
Next time.
Too many tactical errors. I'm obviously feeling the pressure. Do you have any stratagems that you want to play?
No.
Wait.
No.
No. I am. I'm going to play Concealment Barrage.
Okay. Where would you like it?
So let's have a look. Where is the place? Where's the best place that I want to obscure some line of sight? So those guys are probably going to come round there. He's probably going to loop in behind him and probably trying to get a full stride off. I imagine going to try and push up behind him because I've got a sneaking suspicion that that's the guy who's going to be carrying the vital cargo. So I am going to... But I also don't want to be blocking off too much of my Reaver's visibility.
Yes, concealment barrage can quite easily be a double-edged sword.
Yeah. So I think what I want to do is I want to mitigate that Reaver there who's undamaged.
Right.
I'm not likely to get a Warhound against him, but I could potentially take him out while I focus down one of your other Reavers. So I'm going to pop that there. Oh, actually, I'll pop that there. Probably not very easy to see against this marker, actually, is it? Because it's
upside down.
No, it's all right. It's my pretty new mouse mat. Let's just leave it as is. Okay, orders. So, so he's probably going to want to charge. So I think I'm gonna. Oh, this guy is in the orange as well, isn't he?
He is.
He's in the orange.
So you might want emergency repairs.
So I think rather than him immediately dying, I think I am going to start off with an emergency repair. It does mean that I'm likely to risk not getting things off with my Princeps and stuff, but I think it's the important order to do this turn. So 5's 1. No, he fails. So he's unfortunately going to be going explodey. We shall see.
Yeah, he'll take a bit of damage.
He'll take a bit of damage.
Okay, so I'm going to try and do a full stride on the Warhound on the far flank.
Yeah.
That's Shirada. I can't see what that is. That is a 5, so that's a successful.
Yeah.
A successful order. Oh my god.
And I have no more orders to do because of my. I failed.
My knights are not going to be able to charge where they are at the moment because it's only a 12-inch threat radius. but I'm not sure if they need a full stride. So I'm going to leave them for the moment. The Combat Reaver has probably not got the range to charge anyone just yet. But if I put a charge on him, that would also...
You'd be almost area denying, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to come closer than that.
Yeah.
Right, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll try and do a charge on the Reaver just to... No real downside to it.
Which you get off. I mean, it restricts you to one turn at the beginning of your turn, and then having to move straight forward with no other turns after you start moving. But, like you say, I mean, you're in a fairly open space there, so there's not going to really be any downside to it. All you're doing basically is meaning, if I move within 9 inches of you, I'm probably going to be getting smacked.
Some trouble.
Yeah. Okay.
This Warhound, I think, is okay. And this guy is going to have some issues with that smoke in the way. So I'm going to finish my orders at that point.
Okay. So movement then. First turn movement phase. I am going to activate this Warhound here. And he is going to move 6 inches to there. And then he's just going to turn. And then he's going to move his final 2 inches to there.
Okay.
Hoarding all of the
all the measures. So because I'm a Ferox Maniple, I get bonuses the closer I am to the enemy. So this Warhound, which I believe is Sukanya, will move towards the damaged Warhound, or the soon-to-be
Mr. Tempestus Prima.
Damaged Warhound.
Yeah.
Turn, move, and so we've got some straight shooting there.
Okay. Which gives me kind of thought, like I say, he's going to be taking some damage. Something is probably going to happen in there. He's going to be taking a minimum of, I think it's 1 strength 9 hit to his body, isn't he, at this point?
I think so.
So the question is whether or not I keep him in the fight against you here, or if I move him away. So if he does go well, I think it's unlikely he's going to go catastrophic.
I don't think it's possible.
No, I don't think it's possible.
At this stage.
But I'm gonna leave my my options open there a little bit. I think I'm gonna go with he's moved. I'm gonna just. He wasn't within 16 inches, but likely he is going to move forward. So I think he's just going to back up a bit. I think I'm just going to back him up, keep him in arc. I'm just going to move the 3 inches backwards in his rear arc. Like that. KG. I'm thoroughly on the defensive at this point. Losing those knights early on has really kind of removed my options. I'm in a disadvantage on the activations at the moment, so it's difficult for me to try and preempt what George is planning on doing. I've got some ideas as to what I think he's going to do, but I guess it remains to be seen.
Yeah, tough choices for me though. I want to see where I can move this guy to still shoot because of the smoke. Not many options there with the charge. Knights again.
Still a bit chessy, isn't it? It's like who's going to move first, really? Because I mean, you've definitely got the activation advantage that you can kind of do things with. But currently, currently, yeah.
I think with the Combat Reaver,
yeah.
If I head down this route,
yeah,
I'll be avoiding the majority of shooting from this Reaver,
yeah.
which will be rather helpful.
Yeah.
So he's going to turn and push it.
Yeah.
Towards the Warhound. That's a fail. That's a machine spirit roll, so I need to test for that.
Because you're Legio Fureans, but he's okay.
He's just okay. And no extra heat because it's a blank.
Yeah.
So we go. Turn. And the sword gets in the way a lot. And he's heading towards that Warhound.
Okay. So I think that's made my mind up as to what I'm going to do with this Warhound here. I do basically leave myself open to getting flanked by this guy in a minute, but I think his shields are down. Hopefully they'll stay down in their combat phase, but the advantage will be that if you do even repair your shields in your turn, as long as I can get a shot off with a Warhound and I've got a line of sight on him from another Reaver,
Yep.
then I can get a free shot out of it.
True. Yes.
So I'm going to go with the guy who's got the pushed. What am I trying to say? He's got the free pushes on his movement.
Oh yes, there.
And I'm going to move him 8 inches there, and then final turn to face down. Hope that he can do something before he explodes. So then the cagey side of the table is all that's left.
That's right. I think I'm going to have to commit somewhere. See what these guys have got.
Just about get into the concealment, which should be useful for next turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the concealment barrage. This knight will move into the smoke, and the other knight will move just behind it. So they won't be, hopefully, won't be getting shot by anything this turn.
Okay.
But in turn, they won't be able to.
Yeah.
See.
So do I try and position myself that I could get a clipped shot on him and risk being charged by some lancers? Or do I go all in and try and take that guy out? I can't even move into close combat with you because if I'm stood inside the concealment barrage, it blocks all line of sight. So even if you're next to somebody, you have no line of sight to your target.
Yep.
So he's the only guy I've really got left. So the question is, where do I double down? See, he's now actually probably not got a target at this point because I moved him back and you've moved down there. I think maybe only the carapace weapon might hit something, but can I? I'm gonna have to step off camera, round the sides to go interfere with Johnny. Hello, buddy.
Hello.
See if I can get. Oh, honestly, mate, not good. This isn't going well. So, one thing I can do is knights can't charge around corners.
No.
So, and if you can charge with one, this is the mistake we made in the last battle report actually, because I accidentally ended up charging around the corner. One guy was straight, the second guy couldn't. So if I stood here, for instance, I'm probably going to get charged quite nastily. However, if I stood over here, then I should be able to maybe not avoid all of it. I mean, you're going to be getting a long charge on me, but the second one might not be able to hit.
Okay.
So
might fail the charge order as well.
You might fail. You might. I mean, the way your dice are going, the way my dice are going, unlikely. But let's see. I'm going to push his reactor for 2. Of course, it is.
That doesn't put him in orange yet.
Not him. No, not this time. No, don't you go jinxing me. And he's going to go 9 inches to there.
Very sideways.
Was that?
No, that's fine.
I may have. Where was he before? He was there, wasn't he? Sorry, probably have got the thing out. And then I'll do a turn and a turn. So yeah, you're probably going to be hitting me, but we'll see. We'll see. This might be a very, very quick intro game.
So you're finished, aren't you?
I'm done. Yeah, you've got the activation advantage. Yeah, because I went first.
I have this Warhound here who's messing about. He's got full stride, so he's going to move up to there. 10, ready to go off there with the objective. If he's got the objective, who knows? And then this Reaver. So we've got the concealment barrage blocking almost everything there.
Yeah.
If I went sideways, I still don't think I'd be able to get a good shot on the Warhounds. So continuing the direction I was going. It's probably the best bet. Yeah. He is going to push it for extra movement. 1. That's fine. Just going to move 2 there. And I get 2 turns as a mover.
Just blocking off that corridor.
He's going to head down there.
Okay. Okay, so shall we see what happens to my my warhounds?
Yeah, just a d6 at this
Just
point.
a d6. Let's get the old, good old trusty lazy Princeps guide out. So my warhound here is in the orange when he's gone into the damage control phase. So I have to roll on the reactor overloads. And I get a 6, of course I do. So I suffer D3 strength 9 hits to the body, bypassing voids. So D3, that's alright, that's just a 1. It says just alright, so here comes a 6. Strength 9, so it's going to be strength 14 to the body, sadly.
It's a critical.
It is a critical. Which warhound was that? That's him. So that could have been better. That could have been better indeed. Right, let's do some more. Let's do his damage control and see what he gets. So he gets a 4 and a 3, so I'll get him out of that, but no, I'm not repairing anything, unfortunately. And I'll do my Reavers quickly. My Reavers can get, what does he, he can only take 2, but that would have been quite good on my other one. Doesn't get any shields back, but he does get 1 heat.
Is that the one with the guns?
Yeah.
Yep. So my Princeps Senioris, 1 heat, gets it back.
Loves it.
This warhound here, which is this one.
Yeah.
Gets the heat back. Oh, that's a 5. I mean, he gets the shield back.
Yeah.
That's good. And the Reaper with the combat weapons with no shields. There's a 6. That's enough to get a shield back.
Do you want to get a shield back?
So, if I repair the shield, 1 Vulcan Mega Bolter will bring that down, and then suddenly there's Melter Guns coming in from that Reaver for free using the Venator rules. Whereas if I just repair the heat...
Such a pathetic use of a 6.
It's not a great choice.
But no, it's a bit of a Sophie's choice, isn't it? Is that what they call it?
I think so. As much as I'd love to show off the Venator rules...
I think that was actually a film, wasn't it? About some woman who gives birth to the devil.
Rosemary's Baby, isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm not repairing the shields because I do not need a melter cannon in the flank.
You don't want a melter cannon in the flank. But the question, the thing is now, is because I've set up against that one guy, right? It's the only person who I can actually hit because he can't see anything else. These guys can see him, they can see him. I don't even think he can. He could probably do a barrage, actually. And that laser could probably do a -2 against your laser. So he could probably do an indirect against somebody. But let's just do it. We'll go with the plasma blast gun from the guy who's criticaled himself first. See where he hits the damage. Am I within close range? 9 inches. I think it's 8 inches, isn't it?
8 inches for short range on the plasma blast gun.
Unfortunately it's going to still be 4s. So 1 hit, 1 miss.
Was that maximal fire?
I didn't declare, did I? So no, it's not. And to be honest, he's looking a bit sorry for himself. So the last thing I need is for him to be going straight back into the orange again.
No.
And the scatter goes 8 inches backwards, so it does nothing. So it's only going to be 2 strength 8 hits to the body. I might get some trap damage.
There is +1 damage there, so it's effectively strength 9.
Strength 9 to the body. So the 1 does nothing, and then the 9 becomes a 12.
That's a direct hit. Okay.
And then I'm going to call targets with the Vulcan Mega Bolter.
Yep.
The close range for that is also 8 inches, isn't it? So that's so it's still out of range, so I need 5s. So I don't get many, but I do, because of the rapid trait, get 3 hits. So it's strength 4 on a +2 now.
Yeah, so effectively strength 6.
So I need 4s.
4s will cause damage.
So 1 point of damage.
Is that a 12 in total?
That was a 12 in
So
total.
that's one direct hit, one more point of damage. He's not feeling very well.
No. But that is unfortunately all of it. I was hoping to get a little bit more output there, but we shall see.
So I'm going to activate him, the Combat Reaver, before it gets destroyed by the other Warhound. I have a missile launcher. I will shoot the Warhound who has taken body damage and has no shields.
Yes, he does, yeah.
I will aim at the body.
Yeah. You want a +1 to hit. +1 to damage when you roll.
So it will be 5s to hit and effectively strength 5.
And nothing.
0 hits.
I will take that. So straight back in, we'll keep on the Warhound action. This guy I'm hoping is within close range. He is. So same position with that straight over the top. 2 dice, this time need 3s. 2 hits, which actually means 4 hits.
It does.
But where do I hit? Because the blast you can't actually target, so this is where I roll weapon. It's the body.
Oh dear.
It's a special. So we haven't talked about this before, I don't think, but there's only one Titan currently in the game that actually has a special location. Well, 2 technically, isn't there? The War Master and the War Master Iconoclast. So for every other Titan, a special also equals the body. So this could be a big exploded Titan. You know what I didn't do again?
So
It's our own show.
Maximal Fire.
Our show is called Maximal Fire, and I didn't declare Maximal Fire. So it's not. However, it's still Strength 8, and you're tracked.
So strength 11.
Strength 11. Hopefully this should be enough to...
Quadruple 1.
Yeah, let's see.
Nope.
No such luck, I'm afraid, mate. We've got a 14, a 15, a 16, and a 17.
That is a destroyed Titan.
That is a destroyed Titan. Engine kill. So you can have the knight. You can have the knights. I will take your close combat Reaver. Thank you very much. But he's not your Senioris, is he?
No.
No. So what happens to him? Do you want to roll?
Yep. D10.
D10.
No bonuses because I wasn't in the orange or anything like that.
2. Oh, that's a boring one, isn't it? No, so moving in a random direction 4. So over this way might be good because that would 2 inches forwards.
2 inches forward.
And then where does he fall? Sideways. So unfortunately, I was kind of hoping if he'd have just wandered over that way a little bit and fallen in that direction. That would have been very, very good. But no, engine kill.
Down.
Okay. I like it when George comes on the channel because he brings all of these fancy accoutrements with him. Is it good to be back?
Yeah. Definitely.
You obviously enjoyed the first one, so you came back for more.
Beat your first game, so we'll see if I can.
Yeah, rub it in. All right. Yeah, I wasn't even trying to think about that until now, but no, yeah, I suppose it's a grudge match. Right. So, it's you.
Yes. Yes, I guess it is. Right. So I don't have much to do because this Warhound can't see anything. He can't see anything. The knights are in the cloud, and I've got a full striding Warhound. So I guess I'll move the full stride Warhound. Going to head 8 inches behind the other Reaver.
Okie doke.
Can't turn because it's a full stride. Just heading straight forward.
Yeah, and I'm in a position now where you're also within my carapace, so he can't even 360. This guy here could shoot him. He's got a target.
True enough.
He can also see your other Reaver with his top weapon. So you can probably see me actually.
Oh well, I'll do that back to you.
Yeah, yeah, I would say we'd both be on a -2 there, but I think we can see each other.
Sure.
And he's got no target, has he? So what will I do? I will do... Can't see the knights. I could indirect fire him. Can you indirect fire within your own... within your carapace arc?
Never tried.
I don't know the answer to that, and I don't know if I'm willing to kind of like sacrifice what's little is left of my reputation on a battle report. So yes, you can. So I'm just going to go with this guy here. He's going to target the Warhound over there. He is going to push for Shield Bane for 1, which keeps him in there. Carapace has got a 360-degree arc of fire. You are out in the open, no cover on that one. So 3s, 2 hits, -1 to your shield save.
4 plus. Pass 1, fail 1. That's this one. Yep.
Yeah. And then everything else that I've got is out of arc, so it cannot do anything.
Okay, so we've agreed the Reavers can shoot each other?
Yes.
Over the top of that building?
Yeah, it's a -2.
-2. No shield. How many shields does that?
He's actually got 2 shields left.
I will shield bane. So I need to push it for that.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the pushing dice gone?
You can have one here.
Thank you. Ah, machine spirit. So, command check.
Fureans love a machine spirit. It's a fail.
Okay. So if I fail machine spirit, Fureans get to choose the result. I'll choose to fire a gun.
Yeah. Is it a different weapon skill or is it the same?
I believe it is at a lower weapon skill. Let's check the table. Machine spirit. Yeah. So instead of 3 plus ballistic skill, it's a 4 plus ballistic skill.
So you'd be 6
to
to hit me. But you do get the benefits of shield bane.
No hits though.
But no hits. And you've taken the heat.
I have.
Still take the heat. Yeah, that's one of the trade-offs with Fureans. They're obviously having to roll twice on a blank or on a machine spirit. However, the trade-off is that they do at least get to choose rather than rolling randomly. So you have an element of control. But it can mean that if you corrupt them, because of the negatives that you take to your command roll, you're failing them more often as well, which means that they can be... And even then you've got to roll, haven't you? You roll 2 dice and you pick from those 2 dice.
Yeah, corrupted Fureans Titans don't get to choose their result. The demon is still crazy.
Yeah.
But they get to roll twice and pick the result from those 2.
Yeah, so it's slightly worse, but you're also failing it more often, so...
I think they're one of the few traitor legios that I do not like to run demonic possession on.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the last thing then is, I think we both agree that there's no line of sight between here and here, but because there is a line of sight from here, I could do an indirect fire on my Apocalypse missile launchers into him. So 5s to hit. It's 2 shield saves, please.
Not pushing that.
Ooh,
Probably should have done.
Probably should have done.
On 1s.
Okay, and that makes it the end of turn 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe.
So roll for my legs.
No critical effects? Oh, you're...
I've got a React Elite 1. He's right back into the orange again. So...
And his legs, yeah.
And I need to roll for his legs, yeah.
His special experimental.
6. So he's still got his experimental legs going on there, but they've got nothing else here. No other critical effects.
Okay.
Turn 3.
Turn 3.
So remove that.
Cloud drifts away.
And let's go for some... what am I trying to say?
Initiative.
Initiative. 7.
That's a 1.
I'm going to go first because I am concerned and I'm about to get charged by some knights. So I'm going to go first.
Sure.
However, you're probably going to go, oh, I've got the dominant strategist, so I'm going to take it
play that in any phase.
We'll see how this goes. Artillery bombardment then for my strategy. So I will not make the same mistake again. I am going to place it over him, but it's also going to clip him.
Yep.
Now, the rules say units, so the way that we're using units, I'm not sure if it's overly clear in the rules, but we're going by, it says a unit takes 2 D6 strength 8 hits.
Yep.
So even though I've technically, if that was a blast weapon, I would get 3 hits against that unit.
Yep.
Because there's 2 models within it, we're choosing it as it's only 2. So let's see what happens. It's a hit. It doesn't go anywhere. So unlike blast weapons, a scatter doesn't still automatically scatter either. It is just scatters as normal. So on a hit, it stays where it is. So you're taking 2. And do you want to just roll the shield save for the
4 plus shield save on the Reaver? Fails. So he's down to 1 shield.
And then 2d6 strength 8 hits. You've got your ion shields.
5 plus, pass 1.
And that means that you are getting hit with a 12.
12 on Cerastus is the direct hit. So it's 1 more point of damage.
Oh, they are so hard to chew through, aren't they?
It's something.
Okay, well, it's not a Castus level of difficult to chew through, but it is what it is.
It is.
So, we will go with order. Oh, have you got any more
Stratagems
to play?
No.
No, it's not offensive surge time.
That's played in the combat phase.
Ah, right, okay.
I had another one, but I should have played it earlier. Yes, last time.
Ah, right.
We'll see when
Okay.
that comes back into play.
So straight onto the orders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will go with my Princeps Senioris, and I will stick him on a charge order, which he gets.
I will go for my knights and I'll put them on a charge order. The command will be
Could really do with this failing.
3+ with the Scion.
And
That is
it
a
doesn't.
success.
It doesn't.
Good.
And then I will go with an emergency repair on my damaged Reaver, which I get on a 6. So I immediately pick up the dice and immediately roll them, adding 1 to the result.
Get some
Well,
heat.
I get a point of heat back, which to be honest stops him going into the
Going supernova.
yeah. So the 3 does nothing, unfortunately, but he's now on that, which means he's sacrificed either his movement or his shooting phase.
Important. I don't think I'm ready to do any other orders.
Mhm.
Not necessary.
Okay.
So I will give up that. Give it to you.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is you've got the charge order that you want. I could try for a first fire, but I can guarantee that if my first fire is to shoot at your knight, they probably won't be there by the time that I try and do the shoot. So I am good. I am good. So let's go onto the movement phase.
Yeah, I will play dominant
And
strategist.
immediately hand over my advantage back to George.
So once per game, I can do that. Be a bit much if it wasn't. I will charge.
So it has to be in a straight line.
Yeah, so he's going to go to the flank.
Yeah, and then the other guy hopefully shouldn't be able to because they're going around the corner.
Yeah, he can follow it up, but we'd have to see if he's within 2 inches for the combat.
Yeah.
Is 2 inches, isn't it?
Yes.
Unless. The dice out the way.
Hmm.
Okay, just
Is that passing through Titans, or is that what you're trying to avoid?
That's the problem. I think because of the Reaver and the corner of the building, I won't be able to get within 2 inches.
Yeah, on the face of it, I thought it was quite an obvious you were definitely in range, but kind of like you say, because you can't move through another Titan,
Yeah, so
for obvious reasons, it's a great big lumbering piece of metal. I think you're probably within 2 inches there. Let's have a look. Yeah,
okay,
you are.
just about.
So you're getting your 4 dice for charging with the full 12.
Yeah.
Plus you're getting another 4 dice for your 2 lancers,
Yeah, so
picking the location.
the lead lancer will get all of the bonus attacks,
Mhm.
and he's in the flank.
Yeah.
But the other 2 are not in the flank, so
Yeah,
roll
roll
them
them
separately.
separately.
I will aim for the body.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Always go for the body.
Well, you can collapse the shield on some good critical
Exactly.
hits.
Reactor
So,
leaks, shields down.
yeah,
So these will be hitting on 2s,
it's always 2s.
and I believe it's strength 8.
Yeah.
So the lead lancer, the Scion, going to hit 6 times.
Wow. So to the body, strength 8.
+1 for flank.
Yeah, strength 9.
There's a 1,
That's a lot of 5s.
but there's also some great results here. We've
That
got
is crazy.
13,
Right, okay. So 13 is devastating.
2 14s,
2 more devastatings.
and 2 15s.
And that is a critical. It's an engine kill
Already.
already.
Very good.
Oh, no. 7. Which is
Wildfire?
a... Yes, wildfire. Turn and shoot in a random direction. Fires all of my weapons. So I'm actually shooting into you.
Yeah.
So this is kind of what happened to me and Oliver the other time. And because I've got you're going to be hitting with some fusion if I hit.
Close range melter.
Yeah.
Boom.
So I am shooting all non-disabled weapons. I'm guessing that because it says shoot doesn't mean I get my melee, and obviously my missiles don't do anything. So it's just going to be a miss for the...
Still scatters though.
yeah. I don't know why I'm rolling that, but I'm going somewhere 2 inches. That way 2 inches.
Clip him, I
I
think.
might still clip him. It's not whole over, but it is 1. It's a D10.
Yes.
Because it's fusion, close
no
range.
doubt be a critical hit.
But you don't get any ion shields against it either. So it's as big as it is. It's a 21.
21.
So
Yeah, so that's 2 points of damage, which takes him to the end.
yeah.
And then there's a critical hit, which removes 1.
Do you want to? Which one in particular do you want to move? Or because I've obviously turned to face you. Oh well, not that I'm attacking you next, am I? But...
Yeah, I'll lose the first guy. Well, this guy
okay,
here.
and then I fall over. So it's not over yet.
Not over yet, no.
So I go that way.
Is that onto the knight?
It says it's going to go into the night. Yeah, 2 inches. It's a 8-inch line, and everything within 2 inches of it gets hit. So it is just the night. It's poor trade, but it's D6 collision hits.
Yes.
So you are taking only 2.
What strength is that going to be?
It's my scale, which is 8. So I think I just need to not double 1 there.
I do not get a save against strength 8 when it's only 1 knight.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
And there he goes.
He's on the end of the track, so that's the knight squashed.
Every time on this channel at the moment, whenever a knight's charged, they always kill something,
And then die.
but then immediately die. Engine kill. Well
Engine.
done. And that means he is down, and so is my Princeps Senioris. Now, George, I think before we were starting this game, we were kind of saying it's 1250 points. Like 1250 stuff doesn't die very quickly. It can be just as long a game as a 1750 because you've got smaller weapons.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really proving that way today, is it?
I think the thing that slows it down if we'd played with warlords is that at a small points game they don't have the support to bring the shields down.
Yeah.
Whereas when it's lower scale titans and knights smashing each other, I think they're quite good.
Yeah.
Once they start ganging up.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so just remind me what is that warhound on at the moment? How's he looking?
He has lost a shield,
Lost 1 shield.
but he's otherwise undamaged.
Right, okay.
Hot. Unheated.
Unheaded. Okay. So I'm in the position now where you're still pushing hard. I've still not got my Reaver ability off. I think I need to see where you're going before I move him, which means I'm going to have to move these guys first. So I'm going to go with my guy with the... Oh no, he emergency repaired, didn't he?
Yeah,
but I think I want to get him out of the way anyway and reposition him for next time. So I will...
So if he moves, he won't be able to shoot. So I can take that into consideration.
Yes. Oh, I've got 1 more turn left, haven't I? So
It looks like he's setting up to catch my Warhound with the objective. If he
has the objective.
as he makes a break.
Slip. Okay. Over to you.
Right, I have a Warhound down this side.
Yeah.
This is Sukanya, I think.
Yes.
I think.
Look at you remembering the name of your titans.
Especially when they look exactly the
I
same.
go to all the effort of painting them and not actually remembering who they are. I think
4 forward, turn, and 4 up. So.
I think there was a battle report when AT first came out with Duncan Rhodes, and he not only had named his titans, but he named all of his Princeps and something as well. He had a full history behind it.
Yeah. I've seen some people make 28mm versions of each Princeps and sit them on the
Nice.
terminals using the 4-draw models or converting them.
Absolutely, why not? I mean, the new. I say the new. You can get the Titan pilot, the Knight pilot, can't you?
Yeah. Hector Rex or whatever.
Yeah. He comes now with because there's that mental Knight box, isn't there? Which has got you can make every single Knight now from one Knight box.
Painted quite a few Chaos Knights recently, the 40k scale ones, and the details are insane. Let alone the internal details.
I'm not playing 40k. I can't see myself playing 40k soon. Maybe I might for 30k when Horus Heretic comes out. But I can't. It's I still want to. I kind of want to paint one. Right, okay, so he's there. So, what am I going to do with my other guy? I am going to go...
Running up that way.
Running up that way. 8 inches. And 1. Like that. I might just do a second turn, just to turn him slightly, in case I might get shot in the bum.
And this warhound's untouched at the moment.
Yes, correct.
It's annoying. So yeah, as much as I'd like to hang back with that Reaver, I earn victory points for every Titan in your deployment zone, and you lose victory points for every Titan in your deployment
It's
zone.
not going well. I'll be honest. It's not going well.
See how it's going? Where do I want to be? That's the issue.
He's not on full stride orders this turn either, is he? He's just on normal,
I was hoping, well, not hoping, but I was banking on him needing, being able to shoot this guy in the back if needed. If needed.
We definitely need longer arms for this board as well, don't we? So he can actually win.
Mission Impossible hoist. Okay, I'm going to move up slightly. Ooh, knock down a building. And turn. So, not too close. Actually, maybe I want to get quite close. You get too close, can't fire the carapace weapon. But you get within 12, I get the fusion on the melter.
Yeah.
So.
Now, that opens up a question for me, is that do I try and double down on the Warhound, or do I now go and see if I can take advantage of the Reaver that's opened it up? He's long out of range over here. Like, none of my Warhounds are going to be in range with him, and I'm assuming you're probably not going to come close to me. So it leaves me with a decision as to what I do with him. He is quite hot, so I can't push anything. So... he's got a 6-inch movement, doesn't he? And does
6 space, yeah.
Does 6 inches give me enough to get enough of my weapons into your side arc? Let's have a look. Hopefully. We shall see.
How's his shields doing?
He's got 2 left.
Okay.
So they are coming down. Nothing that a Vulcan Mega Bolter wouldn't be able to chew through.
Yeah. I've kind of ended up splitting my force here, so it's very unlikely that I can get 2 Titans shooting 1 target, which is what I'd like.
How's your Reaver's shields looking?
Not great. It's only got 1 left.
Right, okay. So yeah, hopefully then I might be able to actually get my Maniple ability off if I can just get that last one down.
Yeah, what I'd like to do is get this Warhound down here, and then these 2 could take this
Try and
down.
focus the fire. Yeah, but then are you reacting to what I'm doing and not focusing on the objective?
I mean, if he needs to get off the table, he needs to be up that way. Ideally, in a position where he can't get shot by that Reaver.
This is always one of the sort of tactical conundrums of AT, is like, it's very easy to get kind of the bloodlust up and like try and kill the Titans, but then you also got to remember that sometimes you've got to play an objective, and it's there's always that kind of conflicting opinion one way or another. Do you try and play the objective and sacrifice potentially killing Titans, or do you go for the big win and just try and kill as many things as possible and hope that there's enough turns left to get where you need to be?
Turn 3 now, game might end on turn 4. So if he's here, he's not getting off the board.
Yeah.
So what I will do is play my Legio Allegiance ability, not Legio.
Yeah.
Allegiance ability. Unbridled Hatred.
Give you an extra 2 inches.
So that's a once per game thing that traitors can do. I add 2 to my movement in the movement phase, not if I full stride. And also if I had a combat weapon, it would be more effective. Usually used when I'm charging into combat.
So what are you looking to do here? So if
I'm
I
looking
can
to
help
move
you.
up and then turn towards the Reaver.
Right, so you're literally moving the full. What would that give you? Are you pushing, or are you just going for the 10-inch base that you're getting because of the +2?
I don't think 10 inches is enough to get past that building and be able to shoot.
Yeah.
So I'm going to push it for extra movement.
Okay.
This is risky.
Yay.
It's 1 heat.
It is 1 heat.
Is this a machine spirit though?
Because it's a power to the locomotives that he's doing, you have to declare that before you do anything. Because if he fails now,
Past.
which he doesn't, then there was the potential that he would not get the full movement that he would have. I think there is still an ability that you still move forward with the
D6 or so.
yeah, it can severely mess you up. So you're now moving 14 inches.
Up to 14 inches, yeah. I think I'll move to a point where I can turn.
That would be 12.
Yeah.
You happy with that, or do you want to
I'll
go?
go 2 more. I'll get the full 14, I think. So, and hopefully I'll just be out of range of that guy's Vulcan Mega Bolter. And then do 2 turns
Towards?
towards the Reaver.
Again, the little plastic thing coming in handy. 1,
I can do 3 turns, so I'll just get
Yeah.
it so I've got a good angle.
2, like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Down my side.
And hopefully that's over 20 inches. Maybe not.
Yeah, well, we shall see, I guess,
Maybe it is.
haven't we? But you've still got the initiative now, haven't you? Because you've seized it.
Yes.
So,
I've moved.
damage control.
Yep.
See how my Reaver does, my lone surviving Reaver. That's better. I'll get my 2 shields all the way up. And heat.
Damn.
That's not what you wanted, was it? And then this guy, that's good as well. So, the thing is I could put him up by 2 shields, or I could repair that critical damage. Did we forget to give me a reactor leak at the end of last turn?
No, I think he suffered it.
Did he
You
suffer?
did take 1 reactor leak, so.
Okay,
yeah,
if we didn't, apologies. At least I'm being honest. I've definitely taken 1. I can't remember when I took it.
I think you took the body heat in turn 2 and you moved the reactor leak at the end of turn 2.
So I'm gonna use the 5 to repair that critical point of damage, and I'm gonna ignite his. Do I want to ignite his shield? He's only got 1. Yeah, I want to ignite his shields.
Okay.
And my last guy is fine.
This Warhound is fine. The Far Warhound has some heat and a shield, so
Nothing.
nothing. Well, too many dice anyway. And the Reaver,
Oh, good roll.
better. 2 6s,
2 shields.
2 shields back. That'll keep him alive for a bit longer. Maybe.
We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Still got a lot of people shooting home.
Okay.
Combat phase.
Combat.
I will play my Legio Fureans strat.
Offensive surge.
Offensive surge. So this means every Titan in the mana pool can fire 1 of its guns twice at a cost of 1 heat.
Yeah.
So that'll be all 3 of my surviving Titans.
Who are you going with then first?
Good question. So that's undamaged
Everything now, apart from him, is undamaged.
and almost fully shielded.
Yeah. Oh, he's only got 1 shield left.
Which one?
Him. Everybody else is fully shielded. Just a bit of heat.
So I will fire this Reaver first. I'm going to fire a Gatling
Yeah.
into the Reaver.
6
The
dice.
Warhound.
Are you in close range?
Not within 8, not within 6 either, so no bonuses to damage.
A lot of 2s there. I'll take that. What's that? 3?
3 hits with the
3
Gatling.
hits. It's always a bit risky pushing, and I'm hoping to get some maximal fire off on my turn, so I'm not going to push my shield. I'm just going to go straight up 3+. I've lost 1. I've lost 2. Always a gamble.
The Reaver will use Offensive Surge to move up the reactor 1 track, so I can shoot a gun again. It's the Gatling.
Yep.
This one's better. It's 5 hits.
5 hits, needing 4s. Shields are likely going to be going down here. Yep, down they go. In a big explosion of static and void and space science.
You haven't read Titanicus yet, have you, Alex?
I am listening to it on Audible at the moment.
Shields collapsing in Titanicus is incredibly violent.
Oh, sorry, you're in Titan Death.
No, Dan Abnett.
Oh no, I have read Titanicus.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I'm listening to Titan Death at the moment.
That's still going.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've read Titanicus, though. I'm going to get it on my next Audible.
Yeah, no, it's released last week, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Give it another listen.
We'll go Multi-Cannon.
Melter cannon me in the face. It's going to be a hit. It's going to be,
2d10.
and you're going to be, yeah, close range. So hitting me in the wares,
Hopefully not weapon.
in the body.
Ooh, that do.
One is nothing, but that one is a critical.
A 21 on the body.
Yeah, it almost feels a little bit kind of anticlimactic when you get something as massive as a 21, but no other damage, and all you've done is one critical. I mean, it's still a critical. It's nice, but
Sure.
yeah,
Would
you
you
should be doing stupid amounts of damage on a 21.
The lasers now?
Yeah. I'm not with an 8, am I?
No. If I aim, it will be hitting on 5s.
Yeah.
So I will aim at the body.
And you'll be getting a +1 on the body.
Yeah. No shield bane. It's not necessary.
2 misses.
No hits anyway.
Okay.
Damn.
That could have been a lot worse, especially on an offensive surge turn.
Yeah.
But I'm still reactor leaked all over the place. So let's go. I'm out of 8 inches, so I don't get the bonuses, but I'm just going to shoot him back into the Reaver and look to try and take your shields down. Is he now fully shielded, or is he still on a...
What's one shield?
Right, okay.
It's on 3+.
Wow, that'll be 7. 7 shield saves because of the exploding 6.
I will push it to push the shields.
Yep.
1. Getting a bit hot.
Lots of
Rerolling
twos.
1s. There's 1, 2. There's 2 2s, but there's no
ones.
No rerolls. So 2 fails. Still got a shield.
That does stop me getting my maximal fire off, though. So I'll just do 2 shots with a plasma blast gun, -1 because I'm over 8 inches, needing 4s. 4 more shield saves, please.
Not pushing it. Shields are down.
Shields are down. My Venator ability procs. So
does.
I'm going to go in with the laser blaster in your sides.
Haven't taken any body or anything damage yet.
No, I don't think. I think I'm just going to shoot and see where I hit. I'll be hitting you on 3s, strength 9 because of the side if I hit. So just want to lay the damage on thick, and that was pretty terrible. So only the 1. Just going to hit you in the body. Strength 9, nothing because I rolled a 1. Wow, that was anticlimactic. I got all excited there.
You'll still get the shield
Yeah.
eventually. Alright, so now I'm going to do this Warhound down here.
Yeah.
Shooting this guy in the flank.
Yeah. Am I getting any cover? Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, maybe -1.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've lost a shield.
I've lost 2 shields. He's only got 1 shield
Oh, 1
left.
shield left.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vulcan Mega Bolter.
Yeah. Needing 4s.
That's not great, but it's good enough actually.
You got
the
2 6s there.
I've got 3 6s.
3 6. It's not great.
I can't see these dice.
How can it be any better?
7 hits.
Imagine how our poor viewers are trying to see your dice.
Sorry about that.
They have been legitimate rolls. He isn't cheating. Unfortunately, I am witnessing this horror.
I thought they were 1s, but actually they were 6s.
You know what? That was nearly a good roll, but it's not enough. Down go the shields.
Okay. I'll then do a Maximal Fire Plasma Gun.
Yeah.
Right in the flank. Because of the range and the cover, this is 5s though.
1 hit, 1 miss.
1 miss.
Where does the scatter go?
D10, isn't it?
Yeah. 6 inches that way. So not for that, but I do get hit for 2 strength 10s, strength 11s in my flank in the wares.
It's legs.
Legs.
That's a 14 and a 16 in the legs.
So the 14, which one's he? He is
It's a devastating and a critical, I believe.
14. And you know what? I think I've got my Titans mixed round.
Oh.
So you would get your... We will do a quick retcon because he would have a... you'd be able to use your Vulcan Mega Bolter to shoot my shields because my shields are already down.
Didn't fix his shield.
So apologies about that. So sorry, it was a...
14 and a 16.
Yeah, and a 16, so I get a point of critical damage. It's one of the difficulties with having 2 identically matched Titans, is it's very easy to get them mixed up, and unfortunately I was looking at his Titan. So if you want to go ahead now and redo
the bolter
in the
shot.
flank. Yeah. Just because we don't like going backwards and forwards, but it wouldn't have made any real difference.
Just a reroll.
I've just put the shield back up on my Titan here. So
yeah, so we'll go Vulcan Mega Bolter. This is normally hitting on 4s because of the cover. So if I aimed it would be 6s.
Hold on.
Wait, what's going on here?
No, This is really bad viewing, and I'm very sorry about this, but the first thing is correct, and it does stand.
It was the right way
It
around.
was the right way around.
No. I'll be honest, I haven't played a single game of Titanicus where this hasn't happened.
Yeah, it's. I love the micromanagement of the terminal, but it can get really confusing. I'm looking at the models going, well, which one's got the Vulcan Mega Bolter on his left arm and which one's got it on the right arm, and then I get my left and rights mixed up. But no, it is that guy. It was that guy. That is the correct role. Apologies.
I can still shoot the gun again because of offensive section.
You can, yes, you can.
What I'm going to do though is fire the plasma blast gun again.
Yeah.
So I go up one on the track to shoot that again.
Yeah.
I'm going maximal fire.
Hopefully don't roll any ones.
There's a hit and a miss because it's 5s.
Yeah.
So the miss. That's not the right dice. There we go.
The 10-inch gonna miss quite considerably,
Almost.
but it's still 2 to a random location.
Yeah, it's probably. I'd like the legs.
Yeah.
It's the weapon.
Oh, it's always a good one.
4+. It's the plasma. No, Vulcan Mega
Vulcan
Bolter.
Mega Bolter. You basically need anything but a 1.
Yep. A 1 and a 4. So
That is a damaged Vulcan Mega Bolter.
take out the bolter, which is fine because that Warhound hasn't shot yet.
And he emergency repaired, so he couldn't anyway.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, good.
So yeah, I actually took his thing off the board, which I probably shouldn't have. But yeah, he did an emergency repair then. Stop him
that's
going
fine.
overheating before.
Okay.
So that leaves me with, well, he obviously can't do anything because he moved, so just this guy here. So where did I cause you some damage? Nowhere, did I?
No damage.
Right, okay.
No shields though.
So we'll go first with the lasers, just the top lasers, and we're going to see if I hit you. So 3s, 1 hit and a 1 miss.
No shields.
No shields, and I hit you in the... There it is. Weapon! So 1, 2 Gatling, 3, 4 top.
Oh, I've got 3 weapons.
It's the top gun.
10+ to disable.
Yep, disabled weapon. Then I'll go in with the laser blasters. Again, I'm just going to shoot normally, I think. 2 hits this time. This time hitting the leg. So I'm in your flank.
Yep.
And I'm strength 8. So strength 9. Oh my god. That's a 6.
Reroll that. Yeah. Oh, what?
It's a 13 and a nothing.
That's a devastating hit on the legs.
And then finally my Gatling. He's not getting any damage, is he, to the legs?
No bonuses.
Am I within 8? Close. Very close. No, I think. Nope. Roll that. So I am gonna call shots for 5s into the legs. I think I can damage the legs, can I?
Strength 5. Strength 5 on the flank. 5s to damage.
Yeah. So it's 2. Needing 5s because it's strength 6. So it's
A 12.
a 12.
That's a direct hit. Legs are suffering.
Not as good as I would have hoped for that round, but nonetheless.
So I've got the Warhound.
Yeah.
Top.
Fully shielded Reaver.
Fully shielded. That's
Yeah.
annoying. Vulcan Mega Bolter. Nothing in the way. 5 hits.
5 hits. 5. Well, he's shot already, so I think I will push and risk it for 1 for the power shields. So 3s re-rolling 1s. He still drops 2. And the plasma blast gun.
Warhound will offensive surge to fire the Vulcan again. Getting into the orange.
Oh, yeah, forget about that. Yeah.
That's a miss, but
Oh,
that's
you-
the 6.
You're getting super hot.
So a little bit. 6 hits with the Vulcan Mega Bolter.
Okay, this time needing 4s. Yeah, down go the shields.
Good.
But that's a hot dog.
Oh, especially when I go maximal fire plasma gun.
Long range.
Long
forwards.
range force.
There's the 1.
That's a 1 and a miss.
And a miss.
They both miss, in fact.
Very hot dog.
So low numbers on the scatter, please.
Fureans 1 hot.
7.
7 inches. Could potentially.
Probably not.
No.
And second shot. What's that?
2 inches.
Ooh, might
So
still be on.
that one, I think, is going to be 1, isn't it? Yeah, for 1.
It's in the flank. Strength 10.
So strength 11 to a random thingy.
What we got?
Leg.
16.
16 to the leg is a critical.
Something.
It is something.
Was it worth making my very important warhound very hot?
I'm going to start swinging about the place now. But yeah, okay, so you are done.
Yes.
You're done. I'm done because he couldn't do anything. And damage, so I've got a reactor leak here. I've got him turning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to left or right. He's going to turn to the right because of his stabilizers damaged. And have you got anything?
No criticals.
No critical.
How's your experimental locomotives?
Oh, my experimental locomotives. This may be the first game that we've remembered it the whole game through. 3, yeah.
Okay.
Not a 1. That's all we cared about. Turn 4. Turn 4?
It is.
Oh, at this point of the game, I always start to get confused as to where it is.
Both rolled a 3.
Both roll the 3, so normally the person who doesn't have advantage goes off. But because you stole it...
I have the opus, so I count as being...
Right, okay, because I wondered because I had it at the beginning of the game.
No,
Would
it's
that
whoever's
count?
holding the...
Okay,
If
so
that's even a rule.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's... Well, I don't know. There's so many kind of like
it's a rule I'm happy to play
yeah,
with.
normally, yeah, okay. We'll
So
go
if
with
it's
that.
a draw.
Pretty sure I've read it somewhere.
It might be a house rule, but yeah.
Right, so I will go first. Is there anything with no shields?
Reaver.
The Reaver. I'm going to use my artillery bombardment then on the Reaver. On his head, in the middle. Find a scatter dice. It's going that way 1, so I think that's still hold over.
Yeah, if it's only 1 inch. Yeah, 2 strength 8.
2 strength 8 hits to a random location. Hopefully the legs. Weapon.
That's not
But
good.
this could make, if it goes in the middle, it could make some explosions, couldn't it? So
Where's the Gatling?
1, 2, Gatling, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is the Gatling,
Damn.
and that is a 12 to the Gatling.
Yeah, Gatling's disabled. Reaver's not feeling well. Not well at all.
No, so it's I always used to like disregard some of these kind of stratagems like artillery bombardment, but I'm getting a new appreciation for them. It's 2 strats, but yeah, it helps that you're rolling low, of course.
It's every turn.
Yeah. Do you have any strats to play?
Yes. Yeah, I should probably play this one that I should have played on 10-2.
Blind Barrage.
Blind Barrage, I'll put it on my Reaver.
Right.
Or will I? Yes, it'll be on my damaged Reaver. Hopefully it'll last a bit longer.
So this means I'm suffering a -2 to hit you, but likewise you're suffering a -2
Yeah.
to hit me.
I would have liked to remember to have put it on my Combat Reaver when he was out in the middle.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, and this is one of those strats that you can use offensively or defensively.
Yeah, I could
in
play
this
it on
case, you're
guys,
using
yeah.
it, yeah. If you want to mitigate a Titan and take out a Warlord Titan or something, or make it so much more difficult for them to strip shields, stick it on them. But as George is using, especially on a Reaver, close combat Reaver, if you want to play it on them as they're advancing, harder to hit. They haven't got much they're shooting with anyway, as long as it's not the melee turn. Jumps are good. Okay, orders phase then. Do I have anything to worry about on my side? No. You've got a guy in the orange, so you might.
I do.
But I am going to go with. I don't think I want any orders. How are your guys looking? Anybody worth getting a pop off at?
Well, there's the guy who's very hot. He's lost a shield.
He's lost a shield, but unless you
Yeah,
repair,
one's
his
okay.
probably shields might go down. He's fine. He's very damaged, but is suffering a -2 to hit. So I don't think I'm going to waste a first fire on him. I think I'm going to say no orders.
No, none from
None for
me
you?
either.
So, movement phase. Turn
Unless-
4 movement phase. No?
I don't want to do it. I could do an emergency repair on the Reaver. In fact, I will.
Oh,
No,
you got your emergency repair on your...
No, I'm not going to repair.
You're just going to wait for him to get hot?
Yeah.
Just hope that he goes.
Yeah. So I was just reading the vital cargo at the end of any round. So that would be the entire turn, wouldn't it? Not just phase.
Yeah.
The end of any round.
As in, like when we go to the end phase.
Yeah. So if I get him off the board, it will have to be at the end of the turn. So I can't just skip off now and not worry about it.
Do you need to physically get him off the board then?
For the maximum points, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Probably should have put Blind Barge on him, but oh well.
So are you going with the Reaver?
Thinking about it. Because he's only got one gun, no shields.
Yeah.
And he's
running a bit
barged.
hot. Yeah.
So he's at -2 to hit. So if I went emergency repairs and then moved, at least I could maybe get into your deployment zone and cause some trouble victory point wise there.
Yeah.
You'd have to start shooting him, which might take away firepower from that Warhound.
Yeah.
The Warhound in the corner. Yeah, I'm going to try and go for that then.
He's your seniorus as well, isn't he?
He
So
is.
he's on a 3+.
That's a success, it's not a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go emergency repair. With a +1 to these.
Oh, triple ticks.
Good result.
Yeah.
So what shall I fix? I will put the shields back on.
Yeah.
And repair
Gatling?
Gatling. Should I just put all 3 shields back on? Because the weapon's quite easy to fix in the repair phase.
It depends on what you want to kind of do. Obviously, putting your shields back up beyond 1 means it's unlikely to trigger my Venator ability, which will get another shot at you potentially.
What I'll actually do is repair the turbo laser, because that's harder to repair.
Yeah.
And I'll take 2 shields back.
Okay.
So there we are. So when I get the repair phase actual, it'll be easier to get the Gatling back and get
Okay.
shields back, hopefully.
I'm going to move with my 12-inch moving buddy.
So we're into movement.
Oh, sorry. Have you finished your...
Yeah, I finished orders now.
Yeah, I had no orders. You don't want to do any more orders?
Nope.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to move up with this Warhound. About there.
So he's still got his Gatling blaster down, hasn't he?
At the moment, yeah. 3
the
plus
moment.
to weapon.
Okay. Actually, no, I'm going to keep him outside of shield range just. I wonder if I can actually get a better angle. Don't think I'm going to be getting in your side there, am I? I can't fit through there. So I will go to here. And then turn. Because normally I'd go under the shields and I'd shoot from there. Oh, should I though? Yeah, you know what? I am. Because I feel like I'm falling into a Venator trap there. Like, you know, if I'm under your shield, I can cause direct damage to your legs or your guns. I'm under your carapace weapon. You've now got to either shoot or I'll move within an inch actually, or move out of my way.
Okay.
Whereas if I was out, then I've got to chew through those shields just to potentially get another hit off.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
With the Reaver.
I'm going to go over here now.
Yeah, I will come out to my side of the board. Look at this, I'm stood on the right or the left.
Moving.
Whichever side it is that looks like from your angle.
So I'll go there. I can't escape your arc, I don't think, but yeah.
We shall see, yeah.
It'll be difficult for the plasma gun.
Oh, right, okay. This guy then, he has got 2 turns that he can make. 1, 2. I'm going to push for a 3rd, I think. Ooh.
So you get a bit hot.
He is a bit hot, but I'll do it anyway.
Very hot.
Very hot now. Well, he's now hot. And And I will move to there. Yeah, he's now orange, so I think he's it's a bit of a gamble, but he's gonna take damage to the body. He's all right on the body. Don't really mind too much on that.
Taking some leg damage.
Taking some leg damage.
Okay. I'm finished movement wise.
Okay, I'm finished movement wise. So, shall we make our titans explode?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Do you want to roll for your super hot dog?
It's only orange, not red. It's 4. I believe that shields collapse.
Shields collapse. Have already collapsed. Do the thing.
Bing bing.
And for me,
Right, go away.
and my Reaver, a 5, which is the same, but otherwise it is mine are already collapsed, so I treat it as a 6 to 8, which is D3 strength. 9 hits to the body. So only 1, and it's a 13 to the body, so it's a devastating hit.
It's something.
Could have been worse. Could have been worse. I've been quite lucky on those low rolls.
Nobody else.
Damage
nobody
control.
Else.
Do you want to do yours first?
Yeah, because I'm not moving that Reaver.
Right.
In case we bypass that.
Yeah.
The emergency repair Reaver is going to stay still so that he can shoot the Warhound right in front of him.
Yeah.
Let's do his repair first. That's
Nice.
good.
Another really nice one.
6, a 5, and a 4. So I'm going to repair the Gatling with 4.
And 2 more.
2 more shields.
2 more shields.
Why not?
Although I am under your shields.
Yeah, at this stage I'll do 1 shield just in case of any shooting later in the game, and a heat so I can do some pushing.
Okay. And my Reaver that's damaged. Trash.
Not great.
Trash. And then on my damaged Warhound, I'm going to repair the Vulcan Mega Bolter on a 3+.
Nice.
And I can't do anything other than put his heat up on that. No shields back. And then my other guy over there, he gets a 6. But I think I want to repair the reactor leak rather than the shields, because we're not moving, we're under the shields. I think that's the where's my
I don't think I've shot his legs at all.
no, it was him, wasn't it, who got damaged? Yeah. Okay, so reactor leak 1 has been fixed. That's me done.
My undamaged Warhound gets his heat, and the hot dog, it's a 5 and a 5. That's good.
Just a bit of heat.
Can't get shields back though.
Yeah.
So I'll take 2 heat back. No offensive surge this turn.
Right. Now, who's more likely to do damage to who? He's the priority target over there in the corner. And he's got his gun back now, so I'll put his little model back together. There we go. He's otherwise undamaged, is he? Other than his shields, which collapsed?
Yep.
So I am in a position now where I've got 2 Warhounds to pick between. Which one do I want to try and take out first? I think I'm going to go with him just because it might be, I would say, I'm probably about 50% there. Would you agree? Or do you want me to 4-up it?
Let me have a closer look.
Yeah.
And probably 4-up it, to be honest. Unless you want Johnny's
Time.
opinion.
Johnny, stick your head in there.
Shoot him.
Him on him, 50% or a 4-up?
Don't get in the camera.
God forbid people see your face.
Oh, I'm going to say just out of 50%.
Oh, you absolute
Sorry.
goblin.
Sorry. I'll return to my cave.
Yeah.
Is it 10 or 20 quid later, Johnny?
Okay, so nothing then.
Damn.
No shots.
I'm going to go Reaver first.
Yeah.
I'm Ferox, so I get to use weapon skill instead of ballistic skill.
Other way around.
Ballistic skill instead of weapon skill.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But you're still on a -2 because of the blind barrage.
Yeah. Forgot about that. So we'll go Gatling. Has he taken damage?
Yeah.
A little bit on the body.
Yeah, a little bit on the body.
We'll go Melter. 5s. That's a miss.
Centered on him, I assume.
Yeah.
Gonna go.
What number is that? Is
It's
that
only a
1?
1, yeah. So
I'll
yeah.
do a sentiment.
Yeah. 2. To the
2d10. Somewhat good.
Legs.
It's a 13 and a 18 on the legs.
So that's a direct and a critical.
Gatling, can't aim because I'm a -2
You'd be on a -3 total because you're aiming within close range.
if I'm aiming.
Yeah.
So -2 for blind barrage, +1 for the range though. A Gatling gets +1 at 8 inch. So it would be 6s if I aim at the legs.
No, because you're only on a -1 when within close quarters for aiming. So you'd be on a 5.
-2, yeah, 5s. Okay, so we'll go 5s to aim at the legs.
Yeah.
Why not? That's the long dice.
These dice are disgusting.
And they're out of stock, so you won't be able to
Fixed.
4 hits. It's not.
Oh no,
rapid.
sorry, it's not rapid.
4
is it?
hits.
No, 4 hits. To the legs. That's become strength 7 because of the +2.
+2, strength 7, re-rolling 1s because of ordnance.
Strength 8 because of Ferox.
Thank you. Oh, there's a 1. Re-roll that. Okay, so we've got strength is 8.
Yeah.
Is that 8 you said?
8 base, yeah.
So it's a 10.
Yeah.
An 11.
Yeah.
And 2 14s.
It's dead. Should have
Energy
gone with
kick.
him first.
Bang.
He is. Why does it always keep going over there? Right, I'm going to roll them more centrally. It's a 9.
Uh-oh. Wild. Weapon
mag
explosion.
debt. It's a mag debt. So
So
it is only strength 8 because I don't get the maximal fire ability against it. But it is going to be D3 plus scale. So it's only what I roll a 1, so it's only going to affect your Titan.
yeah.
And then D3 strength hits at strength 8. So D3 hits on your Titan. 3 hits on your Titan at strength 8.
Not the legs.
Hitting the body.
Okay.
I had to spread that damage around.
Yeah, 2+ damage, but no bonuses. 1 point damage.
Yeah, next bat rep I am changing dice. We're swapping dice, in fact.
Oh, okay.
Engine kill.
Boom.
And there was a point in this game where I thought maybe, just maybe, there was a chance.
She's got plenty of chances. I don't know where, but
Not if you keep rolling dice like that.
that was damn good.
Okay, right, so that's him done.
So I've still got 2 Warhounds, you've got the Reaver.
I've got the Reaver. So the Reaver's going to have to shoot into the Warhound. I shouldn't have gone that close because now I can't shoot the lasers at him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not damaged anywhere, is he?
No.
So I'll just do 3 laser blaster hits at him. Just see where they hit. Get 2 to the head. Strength 8 becomes a 12 and a 14 to the heads.
12 and a 14.
Yeah.
That's a direct and a devastating.
And then I will take my Gatling and I will aim for the heads. -1 net, because it's -2 for aiming, close range.
4 to
So
hit, yep.
4 to hit the head. Can I damage the head?
Yeah, you're on +2.
Makes it strength 7.
4s to damage.
All right.
Armour 11, effectively.
So what did I say? I needed 4s.
Yeah, 3 hits.
So 3 hits. Re-rolling 1s for ordnance. Strength 7. So I got a 10,
Nothing.
11,
1.
and a 12,
That takes it over. First level of critical.
which is an MIU feedback.
Yes, that's the negative command checks.
But that's all she wrote,
Not too worried about that.
unfortunately.
Okay, we're going to go with the Warhound over there, Sharada.
Yeah.
Carrying the objective. I'm just going to tell you, it's got the objective. We'll go close range Vulcan Mega Bolter. You're damaged in the legs?
He is, yeah. I mean, George, like, if this was the Grand National, I think there would be a tent put around me at this point in time, and I'd be put out of my
Get the
misery. So, like,
We'll go for the legs.
right,
It's net nothing because it's -1 at range, but
yeah,
-1 for aiming.
aiming,
+1
but
for
plus
range.
1 for the range.
There's a 1, and there's that. So
But
that's
it's still 5.
5 hits.
So you're gaining a +0 at this point. So actually,
On the legs.
yeah. So you need 6s because you're 5. You're
Flank.
flank +1 and Ferox.
So strength 6.
And 6. So you need 5s.
Armour 10 on legs.
I'm looking at a Reaver. I'm also looking at the wrong Reaver. You're on +2.
So 2s, in fact.
So you'll be on strength 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ferox, flank, 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
So
8.
8.
8.
Yeah. 2s.
Math I good at.
Okay, that's good. That's 3 6s.
Which makes it a what?
That's
Math
3
that good.
14s.
Right, so the 14, so devastating. Yeah, engine kill. And he is going to 4.
What?
He's walking around, isn't it? He is moving d6 in a random direction. That'll do it. So collision with you.
Great.
d6, 5.
Not the head. Please, not the head.
Just watch. This is going to be a weapon, probably. It's the head.
Uh-oh. I'm on +3.
Is he in his death throes? It's going to do something to make this less of a walkover. So he's on +3. Its strength is its scale, which is 6. So he's a strength 9.
Ding, 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 ding.
That is 4 14s.
You have killed that warhound.
I've killed that warhound.
Very good.
And then he falls over off the board. So in his death throes, off he goes.
Smashes into the head.
Smashes into the head on his way down. What happens to him?
D10. I'm not in orange.
7,
7.
which is a wildfire.
I'll shoot the Reaver, please.
Oh no, it's a random direction.
I know.
Wish you're going to shoot the Reaver, please.
There we go.
So you're shooting me with everything.
You've got no shields, right?
Got no shields. You are at ballistic skill. Is it
5?
5? 5 plus. But you're going to be getting 4s for your Vulcan Megabolter because of the range.
Plasmas. Neither hit. First one.
It's going to be a 1. I
Is
think.
that still a
2
hit?
inches.
Is it 1 inch or 2 inch?
2 inches.
1 hit then. And the other one's
It's going to be probably the same. Is that a 2?
2. Yeah,
That's
so 1 hit. Okay.
So still 2s to the wares.
Don't get the Ferox bonus to this one.
I don't think so. Weapon.
Great.
But it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be the laser blaster.
Laser blaster taken out. Okay.
No, there's a gun.
And the Mega Bolter will hit 7 times.
Yay. Still no shields. In the body.
Bonuses in the body?
Body, no.
I can still damage it though.
God, there's been so much damage spread out all over the place on these Titans.
110.
110?
So 1 point.
1 point of damage. Take me into the +1s. And then off he goes. Engine kill. What does that mean with regards to your objective?
The objective is placed where the warhound fell. And I still get some points as long as there's no surviving enemy Titans within 12 inches of that objective.
Right, so you're saying that now I need to hide if this doesn't
But still
end.
be within 12 inches.
Yeah.
And I need to kill that Reaver to score some points. I've still got some shooting though.
Yeah, you've got this guy over here.
I'm going to shoot him in the...
Shoot him in the bum.
rear.
Go with the plasmas first.
What you got? Leg damage?
I've got leg damage.
Not much leg damage, is it?
No, just
More body damage or?
body's on a +1. Legs are on nothing. But I've got
Legs on a Reaver are quite heavily armoured.
Yeah, +1.
I'll go for the body.
So you are going to be in range of both. So Vulcan's first, yeah?
Yep.
5s on the body.
Aiming at the body. 1, 2, 3 hits.
These dice, man.
3 hits.
They get-
strength 4 plus
They get
rear.
5 and 6 50% of the time. I'm just checking my set. Oh, okay.
There's lots of item power somewhere.
Right. So 4, 5, 6, 7
7.
in the body.
There's a 3. That's a 1. That's nothing. So that's a 10. And
Yeah.
a 13. Direct and devastate.
Yeah, down to the end of the track.
Plasma blast gun maximal.
2
Both hits.
hits. 4 points of damage to the wares.
Oh wait, yeah, 4 hits. Let's go on the body.
On the heads. That's all right. You can spread that around as much
Can
as you
I
like.
even hit the head if I'm shooting in the rear?
No.
I have to re-roll it.
Yes, you re-roll it. Legs.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Well, he's got critical damage already, so this could be actually good.
So we've got a 12. No, strength 12
Yeah.
plus. So that's a 14.
Yeah.
2 17s
Engine kill.
and an 18.
Game over.
Boom.
Can he do anything? No, he just waddles around a bit and then he's going to fall over. There's no point. Good game, George. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. What an absolute pasting. So at the end of turn 4, would it have actually continued? Yeah, we would have continued into turn 4.
We've gone into your objective, into your deployment zone.
And it would have actually gone to turn 6.
But definitely would have been in your deployment zone.
Absolute pasting with a tabling. Is that the first tabling that we've had on the channel?
Almost.
Almost.
Maybe.
Did I table? No, I didn't quite table.
Close a couple of other times.
Yeah. Disgusting.
That's just turned suddenly.
Well done, John.
3, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, absolutely.
4 engine kills in turn 3?
Yeah.
Mad.
So, there you go. Obviously a great game that you can have straight out of the box. 4 Reavers on the table, 4 Warhounds, 4 Knights. Obviously I played terribly and my dice need to be chucked in the bin, and I need to get some of these ones here off eBay. How much will I probably pay for those now? 60 quid, something like that?
Probably 60, yeah.
I think it'd probably be worth it.
Loyalist dice are cheaper.
I'll check the weight. Yeah, no, they're all right. Yeah, I think the turning point of that really was the stupid mistake that I made at the beginning there with rushing my knights out and putting them in line of sight. I was so fixated on getting them over here to threaten the close combat Reaver that I wasn't paying attention to my placement.
I've done it so many times you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of movement and suddenly they can get hit by melter cannon.
And in hindsight, I should have walked, like normally when I play knights, I always walk them into a, like you did, into a concealment barrage. You actually benefited more than I did from my use of a concealment barrage. And again, I placed that probably in not a great place. I was trying to close down the arcs, but really all I did was give your guys cover that they could walk into and then survive another turn to then charge my Princeps. But yeah, what thoughts from you?
Tough mission for both of us, really. Vital Cargo is so weird in that I need to like have that Warhound get off the board. So I don't think he shot anything until the last turn almost. Or
he didn't need to. I was like killing myself with going into the reactor overload territory.
I made a couple of odd moves, like moving this guy too early, so you just moved out of the way. Not playing a blind barrage on the combat Reaver when he was going forward. Still not used to combat. Yeah, still don't play with it very much. But I'd say that losing the knights early was a big turning point. But I thought you could have recovered from that later.
I think I almost did as well. When the Reaver died,
and
what was that, turn 2?
Yeah,
the points had kind of come back in my favour again, balance wise. But it was then immediately made up for by the fact that then you took out my Princeps.
This Reaver taking out this Warhound, unexpected. That Warhound and that Reaver dying so quickly, again, unexpected. Maybe if this guy hadn't gone so close, I wouldn't have been able to aim, wouldn't have got the fail expanders.
And knowing what we knowed, right? Knowing what we knowed, great English. I was struggling as to which one of those that I activated first. I should have activated him, and my plan with him was going to be to target your melter cannon with my bolters and try and take that off in the case that you did actually survive. Instead I went for him, and because you were less than 50% in my arc,
that's another big
it was an entirely wasted activation. So all I did really was give you 2 back-to-back activations essentially, because I immediately then lost the Titan that I did activate. The Titan I was going to activate, which just left me with the Reaver to activate on my turn. I allowed you to mop up. Great game though, well done. And again, you don't need to spend a lot on Titanicus to be able to get some models out and throw down and have a great game. There's like a bit of a certainly amongst our meta, I don't know if this is elsewhere, but people kind of look at the models and they look at the Warlord and it costs, what, like 60 something quid now? I lose track. And they think, oh no, it's an expensive game, I don't want to get into it. Well, no, it's not. It's actually probably one of the cheapest games the Games Workshop do. If you buy everything for a Blood Bowl team, including the cards and the Forge World stuff and all of that kind of stuff to make an entire Skaven team, for instance, you're probably spending the same, if not more, than you would do on a starter set.
Sure.
So, it is cheaper than people think it is. It gets expensive when you've got 5 Legios.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But even to take this up to 1750, standard tournament size, 1 Warlord will do it.
think one lord would not quite give you enough. I think that
500 points for a warlord.
I think when I was doing the maths, it took me up to about an axiom, for instance.
Okay.
Took me up to about with some knights. I think something around 1,500 and something. But I think if you added in a couple of knights to make that knight banner
Oh yeah,
a bit more,
yeah.
and a warlord, you could comfortably do 1,750. I couldn't. Maybe it was because I was trying to make lists using purely what was in the starter set.
Sure.
But yeah, it's you know, from here, add some Forge World weapons in there. You know, like the infamous Carapace Vulcan Mega Bolter for the Reaver is a fantastic option to buy, and probably one of the best Reaver weapons that are out there. And like I say, buy yourself a Warlords, or buy yourself two box sets, 2 starter sets, 200 quids, and then you've got yourself 4 Warhounds, 4 Reavers, and that is a considerable points.
Or split with another friend.
Yeah.
You know, 1.5 starter sets is a very solid list as well.
Well, 3. What would that be? 3.
3 Warhounds,
3.
3 Reavers, and 3 Knights.
That would be a minimum Corsair and a minimum Lupercal.
Yeah.
Or it would be
Mix it up, get some Ferox in there.
What else could you do with that?
Depending on your Legio, you could do anything, swapping Reavers in and swapping Warhounds in.
Yeah, Gryphonicus, yeah, or Venator. They allow a swap with a Reaver. But yeah, great game. I hope you enjoyed watching today, guys. I think I need to recover some honour in our next game that we have together. But if you haven't checked out our other videos at the moment, do check out the podcast where I sit down with Johnny, who we allowed to speak today, who sits in the corner. Do you want to, come on, come around.
Key decision.
Yeah, here we go.
Just stick your head round at least.
Stood up for like 2 hours.
Here he is.
Howdy.
There he is.
I don't even know if that
Right.
camera put me out.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely. But bless him, like he sits here making sure everything's working on the world's most uncomfortable chair. We spend all of the money that we get from Patreon basically to continue to upgrade the YouTube channel. What we haven't done is bought him a new chair. So maybe at some point...
A special fundraiser for that.
Yeah. He's had other things off of me, but maybe I'll make him buy his own chair. But yeah, if you do want to support the show, please do consider paying into our Patreon. Everybody who is at a Princeps or Princeps Senioris level will also get 10% off Battle Bling. And as you can see, it allows us to kind of keep adding things to the show, keep adding new content, new Legios. Part of the money which we had over the last couple of months actually bought a brand new Legio for myself, but for the channel. So we'll get a lot more of Oliver Lanier Scara hopefully on this on the show in the future, which will give us so much more available content. But do give us a like, give us a subscribe on YouTube. Every little bit of that helps. It helps get our name out there. It helps with the recommendations from other videos. And if you prefer listening to podcasts audibly, then hop onto Spotify, hop onto Apple Podcasts. Maybe give the podcast a listen. There's probably, I think we're up to about 17 episodes of the podcast now, so there's loads and loads of content out there. But thanks again for tuning in, guys, and hopefully we'll see you in the next battle report, next podcast. Maybe you'll even see me in some of the extra bonus content that we do, like our unboxing. And always remember to go big, go loud, and go maximal.